to the End Time Truth Television, the channel for the lovers of truth, for the truth of the end time. So if you are a lover of truth, give us a subscription and God bless you. Shalom. Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you today. I hope that all things are fine and well. I may not be very popular with you, with so many of you, and most especially the ladies here, after you watch this video, but I just want to say the truth here. You see, recently, Stephanie Otobo came out, and, you know, listening to that young lady, what she passed through because she was dragging something with a man that was, or that is still very powerful with, in the court, powerful with police, powerful everywhere, because how she was just arrested, I don't know how much, this man spent in order to get her. She was in Nigeria. Who told him that she was in Nigeria? And how come they managed to get where they were in Port Harcourt and arrested them there? That would have involved a lot of money. That is true. So I really pitied her. I really, while she was telling her stories, how the second judge who took over the case was manipulated. And she had to fly from Canada to Nigeria 16 times and was paying the air ticket of the guy that she was charged with, and was mandated never to miss any court day. And in her 20s, that was terrible. And when she said that was the reason why she just decided to end the case, I believe her. When she said that was why she decided to go and apologize, I absolutely believe that. You see, because being that young and facing such thing, and probably there was actually nobody that was around to encourage her, to give her some kind of help, some kind of counsel. There was no shoulder, so to speak, for her to lean on and to, cry and shed tears and then get some kind of strength. She's a lady. She's a lady. And when it comes to emotion, ladies are easily drained. So I felt her pains. I felt her frustration. And I felt also what the family might be going through at the time. I felt what was going on in her mind. I empathized with her. And I want to say that was a terrible experience for anybody to go through. But then it doesn't stop there. I want to play you this thing that she said. Then I will say something that you may not like, but it is just the truth. You see, my channel is End Time Truth. So that you will not become another Otobo, you really need to like this. Take it in. Maybe you have already become a victim of one. Take it in and share the video. God bless you.
What happened? 2014. I was texting BBM. Then there was still BBM. I was in BBM with my friend that just got married. One girl I grew up with in Sapele, she just got married in Lagos. So we're on BBM together. I was asking her, how did you know this was your husband? So she said the pastor she sings for is a very strong man that he would just tell you on the phone. I said, really? I said, so if I just text him, he would just tell me who my husband is. He said yes. She said yes. So I said, give me the number. So I texted Suleiman, two different men's names. I said, between these two guys, I'm trying to know who the right person is, just for counseling. So he called me. He said, oh, he just left Canada for a 3 days revival. Why did I not come see him? I said, I was there, but I'm not that kind of person that will come to you in person. Like, I can just, text you if I wanted to. That was what I was told. I said, I didn't want to come see you. I didn't want to bother you. He said, no. If I want, he can even fly back to Canada. No, meet me. I was like, eh. So he started saying all these things. Then he told me, to cut long story short, he said he's done with his wife, but because of the pastor thing, that he cannot just leave her, that he's looking for another wife. I said, because I was scared when I was skeptical. I'm like, oh, I don't know, you're a pastor, I don't know this kind of thing. And I said, no, don't worry, he's done with his wife. I should not worry at all. That he's done with his wife. That he's just trying to look for another wife first before he can send her away. I said, so, I mean, because at that time of my life, I was trying to like get married, settle down. I was looking into some kind of things. So when he said all those stuff, like marriage, so I felt like me, and he told me God sent him to me. That was what he said. And as a pastor, I grew up in Nigeria. I was brought up to like Christian, and I didn't really think anything. So I trusted him. I trusted him with all my life, like that. So that was how the manipulation started. You know, that was how we started. So let me skip to, spoke to him upstairs.
All right. You see, what I have against her is this. She wanted to get married and settle down. And somebody gave her the number of a great man of God that will consult heavenly oracle and matchmake her. And obviously that is it is common with everybody who wants to get married. You see, every man, every woman wants to get married to the best person, to the person that will be, both of them will be compatible. You see, the rate of divorce is everywhere. So everybody wants to be, even the worst person wants to get married to a very good person. That's why some guys will be in the city and they would mess up girls, you know, in town. And when they want to finally get married, they are going back to the village. But unfortunately now, even the village girls are worse than those that are in city. So she wanted to do what we call the will of God. But that is not how to do the will of God. And that's the problem with many of us today. You see, we want it sharp, sharp. We don't want to pay the price. Because paying the price will entail her. She should have started praying herself to God. Maybe she had suitors around her and she was confused as per who to, to say yes to amongst those that are around then. So she was confused. Now, the best thing would have been start praying first. Even if you will engage the assistance of a pastor or whoever, a prophet. Now, you should start praying first. And if there is one that you want to believe God has laid in your heart, because I do tell people, if you really want to do the will of God in marriage, don't have anybody at heart. If you have anybody at heart, even when you are praying, you are indirectly asking God if you will answer, if you will give me an answer, it must be this person in my heart. That is an idol. Now, but she didn't even do any of this. And then apostle, man of God, was given to her, was, linked to her. And so you are looking for a husband that you will call your own. But then a pastor, prophet, which to me, I am trying to be in the middle. I believe Stephen Otobo's story, but I also want to say, if that was what transpired, that Johnson Sulemana told her, oh, I have been sent to you by God. God has sent you to me. I am planning to send away my wife. My wife is old. Because of this pastor thing, I'm just waiting for the right time to do that. So, which means I can become your husband. Now, why did you accept that offer? Now, let's be realistic here. Whatever happened has happened, and you see there is consequence for every action. That step she took gave birth to every other thing that happened, after that. If she had been discerning enough, if she had been decent enough to know that it was wrong for her to accept to marry another woman's husband, for she now to be told that I want to send my wife away because she's old. I mean, those of you that knows Apostle Johnson Suleman's wife, is that woman old compared to the apostle? The woman is not old. He is tired of the woman. And probably there is something he is getting from others outside that he is not getting from the wife. But that is it. It is the wife of your youth, you must allow her breast to satisfy you. So being a pastor should have been a Christian. In fact, being a human should teach us enough that doing that to a woman that you claim you loved before you marry is hurting her enough. Now, this time, you are not just a Christian, you are a leader of Christians. And somebody came to you, she wants to do the will of God. She wants you to help her pray so that she will not make mistake. And now you answered her prayer immediately. And you that they answered your prayer immediately, that prayer was answered that way and you didn't see anything bad in it. And you accepted that offer. So what I'm saying in essence is that just like Stephanie Otobo, I know that there are so many people out there, you know, that are in this mess or that may kind of be enmeshed in this kind of scandals. Please, as Christians, we know that there is no place in the scripture where the Bible allows a man to send his wife away because she is old. You are supposed to grow old with the wife of your youth. That is what the Bible encourages. And there's no place the Bible allows a lady to take over another woman's husband. So that in itself is very wrong of Stephanie. You see, let's just be very, very realistic here. I'm just being very, very truthful to you. You might hate me, you might love me for this, but this is the truth. That you are looking for a husband, and the man who has married, if Suleiman was not married and is okay, no, you see, I have a ministration in my heart now because all of the time the Spirit of God will always talk to the servant of God, isn't it? So the Spirit may have ministered. Yeah, I'm also looking for a wife. And just as you connected, my spirit connected with you, you know. And so these things are done in righteousness. That is okay. But then that's, you called for a spiritual man to give you spiritual guide. And then that guide, you know, now is leaving the trajectory or the direction and is now pointing to you. He was not single at the time. He told you he was going to send his wife away. What if tomorrow you marry him and after some time he gets tired of you and send you away too? How will you feel about that? I know you will not, some of you may not like what I'm saying, but then it is the truth. It is basically the truth. But I think I've passed on the message. Let's know what you think about it. Please, before you throw your stone, look at it very well. If you're a woman and you want to throw me a stone because I said this here now, because women will come in defense of this thing now. I have not supported Apostle Johnson Suleiman. I condemn that action. I condemn it. Now, but I also condemn the step of my sister, Stephanie Otobo. Now, but if you must throw me a stone, consider very well. If you are a woman and you are married, how will you feel if your husband is sending you away because of a younger lady? And if you are a younger lady, think very, very well. How will you feel if you come at the receiving end of such treatment later in your life? How will you feel? And if you're a man and you think it is okay, think of your daughters. How will you feel when your daughter comes crying that her husband has sent her away for another woman? Think on this and meditate on it. May the good Lord give you understanding. I'll be waiting for your comment in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so before. And I ask you to stay rapturable in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Till I come your way in the next video, I remain your brother in the Lord. And from me to you, shalom.